Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved, and welcome back, at last, to Thief. Been about 2 months since I last played Thief, even longer since I last played one of the original games. But now we're playing another fan campaign, Death's Cold Embrace. Unlike Thief 2X, which I at least knew something about, this one I know basically nothing about, going in completely blind. So naturally we're going to be playing on Expert. What other difficulty is there? Oh. Okay, then I guess they're hiding the mission objectives from me? Murder most foul. Okay then, let's see what this is about. Or not? I guess there's no briefing then. Okay. Got a nice amount of cash, but no starting gear whatsoever. Eesh. That's pretty rough. Let's see. Gas arrow. Water arrows. I have no idea what the mission is gonna be like, so don't know what to gear up for, but whatever. Speed potion and sure, a rope arrow. A nice, easy 0 cash. Hell yeah. Alright. Oh! Finally getting a briefing? A classical tragedy in 3 acts. There's 10 missions. That doesn't divide into 3. Whatever. Act 1. Prologue.
It's been a while since I banished the trickster, and my dealings with the hammers have returned to normal.
Oh.
How quickly they forget the favors done for them. It may have to do with much of their attention being focused on a splinter group calling themselves Mechanists. I've learned that their leader, Karis, is the one who made my mechanical eye when he was still a hammerite. Karis seems obsessed with glorifying the builder through the advancement of technology. Just what I need. A bunch of religious zealots armed with the latest gadgetry gaining power in the city. I was contacted yesterday by a wealthy merchant in Dayport named Richard Fairbanks through a series of mutual acquaintances. The target of his job proposal is the apartment of a recently murdered inventor named Mark Miller. Just before he was killed, Miller sold a valuable formula for the manufacture of synthetic emeralds to Lord Alan Highwater, whose family's rivalry with the Fairbanks is well known throughout the city. Fairbanks suspects foul play, and he wants me to visit Miller's workshop and find anything that would be useful in giving him an upper hand over the wealthier and more powerful Lord Highwater. The inventor's home is still under investigation by the Watch, so I'll need to be careful visiting the crime scene. After I'm done, I'm supposed to meet Fairbanks at the Trickster's Tail Pub. I was immediately suspicious of his motives. The last thing I need is to get in the middle of a blood feud. But since saving the world doesn't cover the rent, the prospect of actually getting paid well for a job has a nice ring to it. I just need to be on my toes.
Alrighty then. I'm not certain I agree with the idea of bringing back of having this be Garrett. There's a reason why most fan missions use different characters. And one of those reasons is, as you can see, the voice acting. It sounds very little like Garrett. Although the voice acting has more issues than just that. Here we go, the objectives, finally. You heard those weird squelching sounds? Those were annoying. Also not sure I agree with the idea of giving Karis credit for the mechanical eye. Doesn't... And of course, slotting it between this game, between the first game and the second, makes it difficult to gives it some constraints. I don't know. It's an odd choice, certainly, and it's also unfortunate that the actual stuff that was the images in the briefing were just in-game images. It's boring. You know, the original games and Thief 2X had a real sort of charm to them with the art style. Alright, it's been enough griping. Let's actually do some thieving. Even if griping is Garrett's second favorite activity after thieving. Get inside Miller's workshop and find something that will be useful to Lord Fairbanks. Well, that's just maddeningly unhelpful. The workshop is reportedly in the basement of his apartment. If I wasn't planning on stealing everything not nailed down, this would be very troublesome. Once you have something, find Lord Fairbanks at the Trickster's Tale pub to get your payment, and see what kind of additional work he offers you. And find him without being noticed by anyone inside the Trickster's Tale before the meeting. Finally, 7,000 loot! What? Either this is a long-ass mission, or this is a fucking... There's a lot, or there's some pretty massive fucking stuff. And that, remember, that's a minimum. There's probably gonna be like 10,000 at least. Okay, don't kill anyone tonight. When you've fulfilled your goals, get back to the south gate so you can head home. Alrighty then. Map. Okay, that's all well and good, but where the fuck am I? Oh.
Nothing ever.
Oh no. Is this one of those fan campaigns where they get rid of that nice thing which actually shows you where you are? God, I hate that.
What happens on this job? Could be worse.
Okay, I must be on the south gate then.
It's so dull. Just patrol around in circles.
You rather be sweeping streets again?
At least then I was meeting people.
Yeah, but the wrong kind of people.
Boring, boring, boring.
Honestly, not sure about this music. It's kind of depressing.
Who goes there?
Hide it then.
Damn it. Honestly, not sure about this music. It's kind of depressing. Ah, that's interesting. A lantern. Presumably it's a mobile source of light, and it makes a little noise when you knock them down. Interesting. Hi. Well, the noise doesn't matter if you're alone. Also, that provides very little actual light. But probably enough to notice those bodies. What? Oh, god damn it. It's one of those annoying guys with the helmet. Even though most of the time I don't even hit them on the head. Stupid helmet guys. Look, watch. Even if I hit them there on the butt, that doesn't work. Just basically just invincible guards. Hate that mechanic. I mean, at the very least, gas hose will work on them, but it's a cold comfort. Oops, shit.
What's that?
Oh shit! I was lucky. Well, if I'm lucky, but
There.
oh
This
shit!
place must be getting to me.
I don't understand the illumination of
I
this
don't
place.
like this.
Oh, that's perfect. He's coming out. Ah, crap.
Hello?
Uh-oh. Hi.
Nothing there.
Safe anymore.
Yeah. The really annoying thing about those... One of the annoying things about those guys with better helmets, that's kind of hard to tell which ones they are, because all of these guys have helmets, you know? Wait, why did that guy float over him and that guy didn't? I don't know why these guys are floating over these guys in the first place, so... There's some alternate way in. Doesn't seem like it. Ooh, maybe. How do I get up there? I got a rope arrow, but I don't know where I could use it. Doesn't seem to be any wood. Huh, nearly missed that. There's that guy.
Not again.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why I made such a loud noise.
Guess it's nothing now.
Whatever.
Who was that there? Over here! A stranger! He's armed! Come quick! He's right here!
Who are you?
Why are you in the floor? Whatever. There we go. It was messy and it was quick, messy and dirty, but it fucking worked. I don't really see any other way I could have gotten through there. Stealthily. 100. Nice. 140. Shut up. Room 1. Lord Geoffrey Rothschild. Rothschild. I think I've heard that name before. Paid in advance. Says he's in Dayport visiting his sister. It's probably true, as his daughter is with him. Room 2. Vacant. Much better. So yeah, if I could have just gotten... I know. Okay, can I manage that? Whoa! Nice, 220. And nothing. Every time those boxes open, it sounds like they're setting off a trap. You know? But yeah, I think this... Okay. Yeah, just genuinely... Are you kidding me? Why didn't you jump? You fucking moron. Just... Gotta love it when you press the button to tell him to jump and he just decides, no, I know better than you. I'm just gonna fall to my death. Well, not to his death, but you know what I mean. But... There we go. I guess I could have gone around and gone up here and maybe done something? Yeah. Whatever. Oh, no! God damn it! Alright. Yup. No idea where the... No way knowing where the fuck I am. Oh, come on! Seriously? It would be trivially easy to just move these bags out of the way, but no. They're clearly an impassable barrier. Fuck off, game. I don't know what the point of that would be. What's in those bags? Lead bricks? Yeah, let's see. December ledger. Flour, sugar, apples, currents, rent. Total 890, net profit 150. Alright then. It's not much of a profit margin. Ooh. Even less so now. I mean, clearly selling this stuff for barely more than it costs to make it. Very nice. I think I just stole all of their profit. Sales are down this winter, and I can't figure out why. My bread and pastries are as good as ever, and I've even lowered my prices a bit, but it's not helped yet. Meanwhile, Crater is raising flour prices next month, so I'll have to find a new supplier or figure a way to boost sales, or else what little profits I'm making now will dry up. I may have to give up and sell the place in a few months if things don't improve. If this continues, I won't have enough saved to go visit Mum in the spring. Perhaps I should sell the place and move back in with her. She loves my current buns, even if no one else does. It's not a bad plan. I mean... yeah. Why do some of these levers turn on the thing when going up, and some of them turn it on when going down? It's bizarre. I guess the technology is still early. There isn't much standardization yet. Or maybe there would be more standardization because there was only like a couple guys making them. I don't know. Damn it. Linda's Luxury Apparel. Fairbanks Manor. Delivery entrance. Sealed up tight. Apparently. Ah, crap. This is not good. There we go. Like a ghost in the night.
Oh gosh, there.
What even is this place? Oh. Okay. Don't need to go there yet. Dayport lighting. Are you guys responsible for the shoddy standards? Gotta love when it goes like really fast at first and then the last little bit takes 4 times as long. Ah. Ooh. Yeah, 625. Alright, these are actually worth 50. Wait, why aren't you taking these? Oh, whatever. I guess they're made of a cheaper material, maybe? They look kind of goldish, but maybe they're just gold plated. It is a less solid color. I don't know. But it's nice to see that these are actually worth 50. I know I've been jerked around a bit about prices of stuff where it's just very inconsistent. Oh. Let's see, so bloody blah. Hey, guardsman 5 gold for sure. 1 king's ransom pedestal light. 2, wait. Okay. Right, so that's, you paid 1,600 for 2 of them. So you're selling them for a 50% markup. Fair enough. Right. That's been 5 gold to ensure it arrives safely. Where did you sell those? Three Tharina chandeliers. Alright. What is a... what is... I don't know. Tharina chandelier, blah. Paid guardsman for favor. Ew. Oh. Oh, an elevator. One of those annoying tiny circular ones. Now, if only I could cart this off. That would be a king's ransom. Is there anything in here that I can grab? No. All these valuables and none of them to take. Guess they're either not expensive enough or too heavy. I remember back when I was playing, you know, Elder Scrolls games. I remember when I was like sneaking around, leaving the places, or going through dungeons. Ooh. I always wind up having to like decide what I take based on like the ratio of weight to money. Because obviously I only have a limited amount of storage space. I like that you can actually open the windows. That's nice. On the shoulders of giants. A Davidoff Hollingworth Deception. That sounds very interesting. And unfortunately I can't actually read it. Yeah. But I can read random crap like this. Ah. What taffers made this game. Finally finished making a half dozen of the birdhouse wall lights. They're selling really well, particularly with the ladies. No wonder. It looks like a little golden birdhouse full of light. December 16th. Received in the King's ransom pedestal light. What a work of art. It holds 4 candles and stands taller than I do. It has actual gemstones in it, as if the rest of it weren't pretty enough. Goes very well with the ceiling chandelier by the same artist. That chandelier holds 16 candles, and it looks like crowns welded together. Alright. That's one of purple, blue, green, and red. That sounds vaguely important, but probably not. I think lamps are selling very well. People seem to prefer the brighter colored ones. Red rose, peacock orchids. But the Camilla and ice chip versions also do well. December 27th. Sold the Serena chandelier to Lady Rumford. She wants 2 more, which are on order. She is too old-fashioned to update her home with electric or gas. However, I cannot fault her taste. The ceiling chandelier holds 10 candles and has beautiful golden fretwork. It's been quiet lately. Most of the town must be out on a winter holiday. Chandelier, it's on the 3rd back in the showroom. One of the customers trying to pry one of the gems off of the King's ransom pedestal light. The guardsman didn't go easy on him and broke his arm. Still, it's not like he will need it where he's going. Ah, one of the last plain gold candlesticks sell. I am never ordering or making another one. They are so ordinary the staff just steal them, knowing they can never be identified. Then the owners buy them back from the pawn shop cheaper than I can sell them here. Those things just lose me money. Polished brass looks just as good and doesn't disappear nearly as often. Ah, that was what those are. Sold 2 more pair of the polished brass candlesticks. Everyone likes beautiful golden candlesticks without the cost of gold. Okay, that was not very helpful. Damn. Oop. I certainly turned the gamma up. I should rebind those keys. I'm annoying to accidentally do that. Alright, so I gotta figure out where the fuck this key is. It doesn't seem to be in here. I'll do another once-over of the... Oh! Ah. Cavill's got 6 moms. How to talk to your child about polygamy. Now that's a book I'd like to read! Not this random nonsense about sales. And brass candlesticks. Oh! Haha! I knew it! Alright, it's in here. Alright. 32. Nice, those are finally worth 150 again. Ooh. Okay, it's from 930 to 1325. That's about 375. Very nice. This is why you always look through the bookshelf. Even when it doesn't look like there's anything there at all. Even when you go over all the books and there's nothing, you keep looking. Because sometimes there's... Oh shit, marble. Ah, crap. Keep getting fooled by these hairbrushes. They look like they'd be valuable, but they aren't. Just like the polished brass candlesticks. Ooh. Slightly Offended, a feminist in the big city. Now that's a book I certainly wouldn't want to read. I'm surprised they didn't make it readable. 40. Ah. Another safe. Ah, this one can be picked. I suspected it could, because it's so small. That doesn't really make much sense, but that's my intuition for you. Alright, where? Oh, hi. Hi there. Oh, good. I was afraid I was gonna go to the safe and that would have been something of a waste. Well, that was unfortunate. Nice. Another 100. Yeah. Letter. Clara, you... You wound me! The postponing of our next expedition has nothing to do with some irrational superstition. Yeah, you have to specify that, because not all superstitions are entirely irrational. Superstition is just intuition, given mythological form. Or so to speak. You should know better than that. I simply think it's wisest to wait for Thaw. Gober's Pass is drifted shut, like as not, and trying to get a full team out there would be suicide. Presuming we made it through the pass and into the castle, what then? The freezing wind and sub-zero temperatures would be a major distraction, to say the least. They didn't kill us outright. There's also the lives of our loyal diggers to take into account. If we were so careless with their lives, we might not have any future expeditions at all without substantial delay. Do not labor under the delusion that this expedition is unimportant to me. Ancient languages, with special emphasis on the Drymi, was the subject of my dissertation, after all. And I am the current authority on the subject. Uncovering more knowledge of this fascinating culture is undoubtedly the greatest continuing work of my life, and I do not take it lightly. I am also not comfortable hiring new diggers. As you know, it takes years of training to acquire the skills needed. I am not willing to allow years of careful research to be ruined because some ham-fisted dolt swung a pick too hard. The brush, not the shovel, my dear. P.S. Boris. P.S. Leave the tramp to me. He wouldn't dare betray us. We both have our ways. Alright. Well, it's good to see him being prudent. After all, as they say, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Ooh. Very nice. Who is this? Oh, we are. January 8. I simply cannot abide this old fool's incessant handwriting a moment longer. The bumpy carriage ride home added insult to injury as I read through that condescending letter again and again. Yes, the brush. When a salivating vulture like Francesco is about to swoop in, there isn't time for such luxury. Does he honestly believe that a knuckle-dragging imbecile like Francesco is even in possession of such a notion? I wish it could be done another way, but the truth is, if we don't use the shovel here, then our adversary will. Furthermore, if a shovel must be used, would it not make sense, more sense that it's left in our more capable hand? If he will not see the logic in this, I'm afraid he will leave me no choice. Dude, don't interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Miller was murdered. I noticed his door was slightly ajar on the way out and found him bled out on the floor. It looked like he'd been stabbed a few times. I've scarcely seen him leave his place over the past few months. Perhaps he was laying low and hiding from someone? I know he was eccentric, but he was usually pretty friendly. It's hard to believe anyone would wish him serious harm. I very nearly investigated his apartment more, but, well, there were some pretty strange sounds coming up out of the basement that didn't seem like they'd be very good for my health. So I got out of there quickly and reported it. Oh well, it's in the watch's hand now, and I have more important things to focus on. Jacobson came through. I've instructed his goons not to seriously harm Davidov or his wife, and take nothing but the key. I even showed them mine, since it's virtually identical. I never wanted to do this, but I know Francesco has his bendy little eyes on us, and if he finds out about Davidov's tramp, then the keystone is as good as gone. They're going tomorrow night at around 10 p.m. No matter what happens, I'll get my way. If Jacobson's men bring me the key, I can tell Davidov I rescued it from the intruders, and blame Francesco. I should then be able to convince him that we can no longer afford to wait any longer. If the men cannot find the key, I'll still blame Francesco, and the outcome is the same. Boris should learn to properly utilize my ample intelligence. God, you really are full of yourself. I can't sleep a wink. I hid by the Fairbanks place and watched Jacobson's men enter Davidov's study alone. That was some time ago. I haven't heard any commotion, not a single sound. I can only assume that means Boris is sound asleep, and they're still looking. Not bad for goons. What in the hell is taking so long? Would they dare cross me? They're goons. Of course they would. Surely not. They have only one of the 2 required keys, and its twin is safely on my belt. My 3 Dayport fencing championship trophies should dissuade them from desiring a tangle with my saber. You're an idiot. Fencing trophies are only useful in all the fencing experience is only useful in a fair fight. Walk this way, an introduction to Feminine Wild by C.H. Wiggleworth. Wiggleworth, yeah. As you can see, even with you staring right at me, I still was able to knock you out with ease. Anyways, I've got one of the 2 necessary keys for something. So that's good. Oh. What the heck is this? Okay then. Ah. Alright, so let's turn out power across the house. I guess that's useful. Maybe it would have been useful if I'd done that earlier. Yeah. Hi.
What's the...
Crime scene. Do not enter. Ah. That's where I've got to enter.
Huh? What was that?
Well, that was lucky. Okay then. Aha. Yoink. And there's a lot of loot on this level. Well, that's not exactly a surprise considering how much I need to get. Still. It'll be interesting. Assuming I don't know, lose all of this to some silly buggers. It'll be interesting to play the next level, or the rest of this game if this continues, with a massive amount of tools at my disposal. Might be able to buy a whole bunch of gas arrows. Mr. Davidov, sir. Mrs. Davidov said you weren't in, but she let me leave you this note. I've been leaving the bottles on the sill like you asked me, but I've got a favor to ask. Begging your pardon, sir, but I was wondering if I could get an advance on the next few payments. I know it might not be the best timing for you, sir, but there's this ring I've been fancying for Jenny up at Sam's place, and I wanted to surprise her for her birthday. Sorry about this, sir, but times are hard right now. Maybe I could do some more work for you to make up for it. Again, sorry for the trouble. I'll be here for the next few bottles tomorrow. You can tell me then. Evidently, he's not going to be telling anyone anything. Shame about her birthday, though. I hear you. Where are you? These guys are dead, right? Yep. body pile. 'Cause you always want to sort of conglomerate your body piles. Not there though. Don't want it blocking the window. Yeah. No one will ever know. Leaving absolutely zero reason for anyone to think that anyone was here. Ooh. Huh. A mask. What's the point of that? Ooh. Cheese! Ah. Well, yet again, not very useful considering I already took down everyone beforehand. Well, actually, there might be someone up here. That is a weird shaped book. Ooh. That's nice. 100 and whatever. Oh. Boris, just as I thought, my fact-finding trip to the Blackbrook Seminary is a bust so far. I can't quite glean any new information in their laughably inadequate library, nor even a single reference to the Wailing Keep in their restricted section. Calm down, my dear Boris. I can imagine your face tightening from here. Trust me, I didn't get caught. You know my ways. I have searched every nook and cranny of this place, and haven't found anything of interest beyond a juicy scandal between the bookkeeper and some pagan harlot. Might come in handy if we ever need another favor. I do not like being this far from our investment. I've done what I can to stop the Hammers from investigating that apartment, but it's hard to keep the pressure on when I'm not there to give the stink eye. The sooner we get it out of there, the better. The landlord is at his wit's end, and I don't trust that zombie you hired to haunt the place. What if he breaks into the chest and finds it? He might decide that your generous salary of rotgut isn't cutting it, and pawn it off. It might get destroyed. Or worse, Francesco! Francesco is not a verb. The mere thought of that amateur getting his grubby little rat claws on our hard work is more than I can bear. I'll be returning to the city in a few weeks. I've got to check a few more leads. I realize our usual team might not be available, but we should assemble our expedition to the Wailing Keep the moment I get back, and no later. Clara. P.S. I know you're too proud to admit it, but I could sense your fear when I mentioned the castle's alleged curse. Surely a learned man such as Davidoff the Great wouldn't give pause to such primitive ravings. Primitive curses literally exist in this. Anyway. Master of the Bush, Hidden Secrets of Archaeology. I mean, there's literally zombies and ghosts and what have you. What do you mean primitive ravings? Huh. One of these days, one of those hand mirrors or brushes or whatever is going to actually be something valuable. And that will be the one single one I ever miss. I just know it. If you ever notice me missing one, and you've played it or read the wiki or whatever, and know that it actually was something valuable, tell me in the comments below so I can break out the bourbon. Let's see, this is Davidoff the Great. I had to open a new crate for Will, down to the last one now. Need to remind Edith to order more soon, or I'll have to start pulling from my own reserve. I really don't want to do that. Once he tastes Ferrer's brew, he won't be interested in the usual Burrick piss. Clara continues to press me about the expedition, and she's becoming more difficult to deflect. I've already explained the folly of trying to pass in the heart of winter, but even if we could get through, does she honestly expect me to work in that frozen hell at my age? It's an outrage. My young Clara, Her wits are as sharp as her blade, but she doesn't seem to understand that my body just isn't as resilient to the frost as it once was. She's tried every trick in the book to get me to crack, but as she says, I know her ways. Has she remembered nothing of what I've taught her over the years? Archaeology isn't done by some lumbering Jack with a pickaxe. It's done by some lumbering Jill with an axe pick. And it is a canvas reserved only for the patient scholar, an artist who carefully paints the dust away with his brush, revealing the secrets of the ancients. Save for more memoirs. Speaking of ancients, I am now fully convinced that the Wailing Keep, while a Cerealian structure, is built on a Drimian site, and the Cerealians are known to be adept at reusing precursor technology. I have compared the castle's geographical location to the maps found in Faust's Compendium of Ancient Civilizations, and although it doesn't lie directly in known Drimian territory, it is very close to the hypothesized border, which would explain the function of such a heavily fortified building. There is also the keystone. Though it has no discernible writing etched on the surface, besides a relief which vaguely resembles the Drimian symbol for gate, it was not uncommon for the Drimi to use devices such as this, and the Cerealians no doubt reused it. Still nothing more about this supposed curse beyond the writings of Thaddeus. I've seen the old priest several times, but he still maintains the idea. Clara laughs at me, of course. I am not a superstitious man, but I am a careful one. You don't go on as many journeys as I without coming away with some measure of respect for the local traditions. There's often something to them, no matter how absurd. That's true, actually. Like, oftentimes, places will, like, be festering with, like, diseases or parasites or whatever, which the locals will consider to be a curse and all that. There's a lot of truth to superstition. Not literal truth, but there's underlying truth to it. That being said, this is a fantasy game. There's probably literal truth to it. I don't see why she's so worried about Francisco. He is no scholar. The Drimi were an extremely intelligent people, and most of their knowledge is guarded by all sorts of devious traps that would require specialized knowledge to bypass. Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes there's actual, traps involved. Some of which actually survive the ages, just because they're made of sturdy materials and what have you. Knowledge that only someone like myself would have access to. And, after all, they don't call me Davidov the Great for nothing. That's the spirit. Let's see. Creation Sundered, Precursor, Ancient Drimi, and the Great Calamity. What is this? Bastion? Nice. 140, that's a weird number. I ain't complaining though. Curse of the Wailing Keep by Brother Thaddeus. Many of Ancient Civilizations by Bartholomew Faust. And Across the Vast Aether, the Story of the Drimi. I'd like to read most of those ones, but no. That was honestly one of my favorite parts about the Leaf games, the sheer wealth of writings about various newer stuff, all sorts of bits and pieces of lore, completely unnecessary to actually playing the game, and mostly unnecessary to actually understanding the story, but goddamn was it interesting. Oh well. It hardly makes this a bad Thief campaign, just... Alright, now. Interesting. Alright. Maybe if I swing around here... Wait, wasn't there that window? Hang on. I checked where that window went. I forget if I have. Fire me. No, I haven't. Sorry about that. Felt like I had something in my ear. Oh? Yes! You never know whether that's just regular smoke or what have you, or if it's actually a gas arrow. Is that actually open? Hang on. Okay. Yes. I don't know why it's over that. It's silly. Okay, and I have no idea where I am. Okay, Digport lighting is not marked on the map. God damn it. Oh, hi. You again. Okay, that gives me some clue as to where I am.
This time.
You, how do I get that place though? Oh. Okay then. That worked. Yes, when they're drunk, you can take them out with enough repeated blows to the head? Or something. Wait. Ah. Okay. I'm astonished I got away with that, and I'm also astonished that he didn't notice the body. But both of those are good news for me.
Builder, let thy plan take form in me.
What?
Builder, let thy hammer strike me and grant me shape, and wilt I not flinch or cry out? What was it?
Well, alright. You did not cry out. Lucky for me. Not sure why he noticed. Not sure what he noticed there, considering. I mean, I guess he just noticed that I was lurking there somehow, even though he didn't notice me in broad lamplight. Or the body that he walked right past, maybe even right over. And now he's partly in a wall. What a weird person. Alright. Gotta get in the blind side. Because I'm Mr. Blindside. I could probably get up there, but is there anything up there, I wonder? This door doesn't work. God damn it. If you would just jump when I tell you to jump, I would be much obliged. No. You idiot! He just refuses to jump unless I'm... No. Is there anything at all up here? Nope!
Strange noises.
Wait. No.
That's enough lurking about.
Wow. Yep. Oh wait, hang on. Let's say that's a complete waste of time. Maybe not. Ah, and I forgot to save. Damn it. Okay. Nothing up there. But there might be something this way. Or not. Fuck's sake. Why can't I get up there? An invisible wall or something? Yep, very harsh invisible wall. Okay. Nothing. There. Okay, yeah. So that was a complete and utter waste of time then. God damn it. Hi. I wonder if I can get away with this. Yes, actually. Astonishingly.
Oh, quiet.
Anyone up here? Yoink. Let's see. Miller the inventor was found dead by a neighbor early this morning in his living room, apparently stabbed to death. The neighbor reported hearing weird noises around daybreak, and she went to investigate. She found the door unlocked, and on the opening, it saw Miller on the floor just inside the door, in a pool of blood. She claimed to hear scary noises coming from the basement and feared the killer might still be there, so fled to the guard post to report the incident. Officer Carson went to investigate, and when he arrived on the scene, he claimed to see a hideous figure dragging Miller's body down to the lift shaft into the basement. He said it made odd whirring and clicking noises, and he swore he heard it talk, but he said it sounded like a machine, but also like a woman. Oh no. He says he felt threatened by it, so he returned to the watch office for reinforcements. Personally, I think he had been nipping something, even though it was early morning, but who knows? The inventor probably made some weird things. I'll send a couple of officers over there right away to check it out. Only one man came back from the Miller's place. Charlie's nowhere to be found. We've got a team of men scouring the street with lanterns, but the fog isn't making it any easier. We don't want a panic on our hand. I'd call it a stroke of luck that none of the others were around when Benson came hurtling through the door like the tricksters come collecting. But damn it, he's my best man, and now I'm afraid that he's gone off the deep end. White as a sheet and gibbering like he'd half a tongue. It took me nearly an hour to calm him down enough to where he was even aware of my presence. Even after that, he's just sat there, staring off into the distance with wild eyes, nearly jumping through the roof every time the taffin door opened. The alarm clock for my desk clock began whirring, and I thought he was going to cry. Through the whimpering and dark mutterings, I could only make out that there was apparently some sort of dangerous she-beast prowling through Miller's basement. Builder knows what's happened to Charlie. Benson thinks he got out, but couldn't be sure. If there's anything in this world that could turn a big man like Benson into a frightened child, I sure as Taft don't want to meet it. I'm gonna wait until the captain returns from leave tomorrow to ask him how we should go about handling this and recovering the body. For now, I had them lower the lift to ground floor and turn off the power to keep the thing from crawling out of there until we can figure out how to approach the problem. Interesting.
Who's that there?
Ah, crap. That's unfortunate.
Come back here and fight!
That's very unfortunate. Okay. Peripheral vision is... Oh, come on! His peripheral vision was blocked! Ah. Damn it. Okay, just need to wait a little longer then. Damn it.
All right, stop fooling around. Where are you?
There we go. Easy, does it? Alright, now to carry these up here so that no one else sees them. Provided someone doesn't immediately walk through that door up there. Oh no, it's in a darkened corner. Probably won't notice anyways. Alright, redo that. Oh, no, I can't redo that. Have you seen this bunny? What? Okay then. Aha. Bit more apartment third. Oh, that must be the right one. Buzzley, this is the key to the inventor's apartment. We've had to keep it. We had to lock it to keep whatever that thing is that Jordy saw locked in there until the captain gets back day after tomorrow. Captain will know how to handle this, so we can recover the body and begin investigating proper. Until then, keep this key to the safe and don't let anyone have it till we ask for it. Until I ask for it. There. Alrighty then. Got the key. Excellent. What's this way though? Wait, can I swing around? Yes, I can. Alright. Wait, that was probably the way I came from, actually. Oh no, actually, I don't think so. Alright. Apartment 3. By order of the City Watch, no one is allowed on these premises due to an ongoing murder investigation. That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Oh, another rope arrow. Guess I didn't need to buy one then. Honestly, I don't know why I did buy one. You almost never need to. Let's see. Nice, nice. Just casually robbing the place while there's a dangerous creature on the loose. 50. Sometimes it's over 100. It varies. Oh, great. So now pushing the top button turns it on, and the bottom button turns it off. That's the opposite of what it was in like every other building. Ah. Fuck's sake. No? Huh. Okay, how do I turn that on then? Maybe. Oh, I see what I need to do. Just need to put that, and probably something up here that turns it on. Hang on. Would I be fine falling from there? Yes. Okay. Alright then. Let's see. August 29th. At last. A stroke of luck. Brody sent for me today. He has recovered the body of a young woman that has remained unidentified for several days now, and, by his description, will likely remain that way. The location she was found, as well as her malnourished and generally unkempt appearance, indicates that she was likely homeless. I will visit Brody tomorrow to find out if this girl will suit my requirements. Of course, it's difficult to tell at this point. Nothing like this has ever been done before. I think I know exactly what he's referring to. August 30th. The girl is just as Brody said. She is dirty, half-starved, and her hair is a matted nest. But as I look upon her, it is clear that she was once quite attractive. If I believed in fate, I'd say she was a cruel mistress. Brody required a small fee, of course. It pains me to have to stoop to the level of dealing with such a crooked mortician, but where could I obtain a willing volunteer? I do not delight in her death, but I am thankful for it. I mean, you could probably just pay the family of a dead person, you could probably just pay a poor family to get their dead relative. I'm certain there would be people that would go for it. Desecration of the dead is a heretical offense, but the path of the true scientist is not an easy one. Our desire to push the boundaries of society for the benefit of the future is a double-edged sword, both a blessing and a curse. Actually, considering he's using already dead people, even if he is doing what I think he is, he's at least marginally better than Karis is, morally speaking, considering he's just using people that died of natural causes. Oh. I don't really have much respect for the dead. Not their bodies, at least. August 31st. It's a shame that the girl wasn't delivered to Brody's in a more timely manner. The rot has already begun to set in, and much of her flesh is unusable. I've got her on ice to slow the decay until I can hook her up to the fluid exchange terminal, but I keep finding myself in a habit of procrastination. While I am truly gripped with an excitement for the task at hand, I cannot help but feel a sense of dread deep down, a persistent nagging voice that insists I am treading where no man has any right. My flirtation with the teachings of the Hammerites in early life and their prominent role in society at large is surely to blame. I have to remind myself that I have set all that aside. I have exchanged primitive superstition for rationality. This is the Thief games. There's nothing primitive about superstition. The delusion of our morality is a mere stumbling block. Yeah. Okay then. A crooked route in the path of the ever-striding giant of progress. If morality is such an easy thing to discard, then why is progress a good? Why is progress worth anything if morality is just a delusion? Why bother? Anyways, I shall remove it from my own path this very night. Work begins tomorrow. You've just exchanged one delusion of morality for another. Much more anemic one. It's been a productive day. Fluid exchange has begun without a hitch, and I've even managed to remove the majority of necrotic tissue. I'm pleased to report that my scalpel hovered for only a brief moment of hesitation this morning. Oh, shit. My thoughts are now unclouded. It's unfortunate that much of the decay was present on her face. I'm afraid its removal has robbed her of her former beauty. She is now quite ghastly to look upon. I suppose I can fashion some sort of mask for her, but I'm not concerned for the moment. Function before aesthetics, at least for now. If I am to eventually sell my creations, they must appeal to the eye as well. I realize it's been weeks since my last entry, but progress has really taken off, and in my excitement, I've scarcely found time to eat, much less write. Delilah, as I've come to call her, opened her eyes for the first time today. The pupils are dilated, and she has no mind to perceive anything with as of yet. With as of yet? What? Though the difference is still astounding. I've managed to cover the rent for this month, but my stock of leftover Mechanist materials is beginning to wane. I'm going to need to find a way to secure more funding before too long. I can't exactly ask the Hammers or Mechanists for help with corpse reanimation. You'd be surprised what the Mechanists would fund. Perhaps I could sell some of my work. Maybe Brody can make some inquiries into the black market for me. It seems a cruel joke that I've developed a formula for synthetic emeralds, but lack the machinery to put it to use. All my funding troubles would be a thing of the past. I really, wait. Maybe you should have just, invested in the machinery to create the synthetic emeralds and then started investing into your reanimation stuff. That would have been a much saner way of doing things. But you're not exactly on a speaking relationship. You're not exactly on speaking terms with sanity, are you? I really need to get better at keeping this thing up to date. I hate to rely on memory alone for the inevitable book. Even after many precious hours with a scalpel, I fail to extract the trace amounts of necrotic tissue. I have, however, isolated it completely to her legs. Delilah is just a prototype, and since a house servant should not have such a hideous smell, I have opted to remove her legs completely and replace them with much stronger and more sanitary metallic ones. Tomorrow the real work begins. Delilah needs a mind. Alright, alright. Victor Frankenstein? Was it Victor? I forget what his first name was. For all of this, I can't help but recall my youthful fascination with that old myth of the golem. It was my dream to one day build one, and though Delilah is not made from clay, she is not altogether unlike one. I simply couldn't resist stuffing the old scrap of paper I ripped from that forbidden tome into Delilah's mouth. Purely symbolic, of course. It is science, not magical incantations, that will bring Delilah back from the dead. I have done it! Delilah lives! Well, not quite. She can only do what I've programmed her to do. That's the idea anyway. She cannot speak as of yet. Her vocal cords were almost completely destroyed by necrosis. I will begin work on a synthetic voice soon. The ragged, wet, gasping noises she keeps making simply won't do. I've also had to replace much of her hands with steel and cable. I'm going to need to recalibrate her grip parameters as soon as possible, as evidenced by the handshake experiment. Note to self. See doctor about fractured metacarpals. Last night I had the strangest dream. It seemed to me that I suddenly woke to a soft mewling sound. To my horror, there was Delilah at the foot of my bed. She looked different. Eyes that were usually vacant and glazed over were now awake and alert, with a terrible pleading. Her mouth opened, and shrieks of wet nonsense spewed forth in hideous glossolalia. The inside of my head felt like a smashed piano, and I passed into sheer white panic. Next thing I knew, my room was empty. I quickly confirmed that she was indeed still in the basement, gazing at me dumbly as she continued the waitress program on loop. Only a dream, then. Still, now that I've given life to her leg with several locomotion routines, I'm going to need to make sure she stays in the basement. As a precaution, I've now rigged the lift buttons to an additional circuit, and installed a control lever, so I can disable access to the lift entirely. I can't risk any guests seeing her. One look and they'd probably faint. It was a dream. I will be programming a security routine today. I'll need to find something to test it on. Perhaps one of Miss Tibbs' mini cats. Also, Brody's found me a buyer. Apparently a nobleman from Ardale named Lord Highwater is interested in my formula and is willing to pay much higher than I'd ever expected to receive for it. His man is bringing the payment tomorrow night. I'd rather not part with any of my work, but I do need more funds to perfect Delilah. Emeralds are nothing compared to what I'm about to create. My God, what have I done? I went down this morning to collect last night's reels, but she attacked me. She cut my arm wide open with a single flick of her finger. She then immediately began to try and bandage me up. As soon as my arm was wrapped, she tried to attack me again, but I managed to short-circuit her with a glass of water and made my escape. Now, whenever I peer down the elevator shaft, she's there staring up at me and issuing those disgusting wet gasps, just waiting for me to come down so she can mangle me like as not. For a moment I thought I could see a glimmer of malice in her eyes. That's not possible. It was a dream. Why was she bandaging him up? Is the question. It seems like I must have accidentally activated several of her routines before I left last night, and now she's stuck in a very unfortunate combination. At least I know the security routine works. Technically. The reels confirm my suspicions. She is indeed stuck in at least 3 routines: nurse, waitress, and guard. I also couldn't help but notice a few really strange additions to the reels that are not part of the programming. It's almost as if... But no, that's impossible. I cannot go there. I need to find a way to deactivate her guard routine at the very least, before I can safely continue my work. Perhaps if I could lure her into some sort of sprinkler system, it would give me ample time to make the adjustments. I better get this nipped in the bud before Highwater's man arrives tonight. I think I've got a copy of the formula up here, but if not, I'll need to write another, and my notes are in the basement safe. Oh dear. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Nice. Huh. Wait. Huh. Interesting. Commands and inputs with seemingly no source. Curious, is it not? Well then, let's go down and perhaps put him out of misery. Now. I don't know. Apparently capable of thinking, so yeah, well, it would arguably still be murder, killer. It's capable of thinking and capable of acting on their own. Hi. Well, there's the guard. Oh, fruit. Like, peculiar. Why are these lights are weird. Here we go. The Necromancer's Den, I suppose. Well, this is distressing. Oh, I guess I'll help myself then. Oh no, I can't actually pick up the food. Darn. Oops. Ooh. As I say, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I think it might have been necessary to get that key. Yeah. Looking marble. In real life, marble is actually fairly quiet. Hi. That's unfortunate. Damn it. Very unfortunate. Now we get the fuck out of here before she shows up. I didn't notice that light, so what the fuck? Oh, just a machinery thing. Oh, some kind of hellish light. What is it even doing? Uh-oh. Don't go this way. Don't go this way. Also, what's up with those health icons, by the way? Quite peculiar. Damn it! I should have turned that way. Fuck. You know what? I'm considering putting her out of my misery. Come on. There we go. How grotesque. It astounds me that people can... And by the way, I'm not talking about the creature. I'm talking about the person that made it. The real grotesquerie. Hi, what the fuck is that? What on earth are you? The fuck? Whatever. High voltage. Alright. Oh, hi. What the fuck are you? Ah, whatever. Okay. I'll find some way of disabling that first, then. No, I don't have any fire arrows. What am I even supposed to do here? There's something sparking there. Seems like it would be something. I don't know. Not really certain what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe I can find some way to turn the power off? No, it doesn't seem like the power is... I don't know. I wish I could find some place to some way to turn the power off. We wouldn't have to deal with these annoying lights. They're not even annoying because they're illuminating me. They're annoying because of how they look. Wait. Maybe. It's a long shot, but I might as well turn that off. Okay, probably something to do with this. Maybe if I build that. I don't know. Oh no. Am I stuck? Are you shitting me? I'm on. Why would you allow me to mantle this if it gets me stuck? Ah. Whatever. Just grab everything here.
Fairbanks. Now
And
you get
book it.
paid. I don't want to stay down here another minute.
Yep. See ya, sucker. Alright, Miller's research notes. Alrighty then. Alright, now I just need to get his tail and all that stuff. Maybe I should stop here. You know, normally I'd just do an entire mission in one go and all that, but I'm at roughly the halfway point, I'd say, judging by the amount of loot. Yeah, it's a new era of Joe Bob. A new era of actually finding stopping points in on my own for my videos, rather than just hoping that I find a naturally placed one like the end of a level or whatever. I learned a lot about finding stopping places from Sunless Sea, because obviously there's no stopping places ever in that game. Well, besides dying, of course, and retiring, but those are, unless you're really, either really bad or really good at the game, and, or skip through a lot, that you're not going to be condensing that down into one reasonably length video. So, what do I think so far of this campaign? It's really good. I know I've been complaining a lot of stuff, but that's because I wouldn't say that it's like as good as like the original in a lot of ways. But obviously the original was, you know, a really, you know, professionally created project made by like dozens of people and all that. For a fan campaign, this is quite good. They've done a good job at capturing the level design so far and iterating upon it. Even if the story choices so far have been a bit dubious, and the voice acting is even more dubious. Not that I'm exactly a shining example of voice acting, but it's easier to criticize than to create, and that's a good thing. That's how it should be. Yeah, it's got a lot going for it, even if it is a little sparser on the lore than the original games were. So far, just about everything I've read has either been random sales stuff or directly related to the story that's going on here. But oh well, that's a small sin in the grand scheme of things. And that's all that the flaws so far in this one have been small sins. Overall, so far, it's got a very good level of polish. So yeah, this has been Death's Cold Embrace. The first half of Murder Most Foul. Although in this case, I'm not really certain this would be considered a murder. More self-defense, really. If someone had kidnapped you and was doing weird experiments on you, I don't think killing them would be considered murder. Although, come to think of it, killing the guard was murder. So, well, I guess that could have also been self-defense if the guard had attacked her. It's a murky situation. I wouldn't say it's most foul, though. Anyways, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.